Alright, welcome back to another Play and Explain. I'm playing in the riggiest Ontario games possible. So I figured, you know what, for you guys, I'll play in games. I saw Ryan, Risk, and Jarrett battling heads up. So, you know what, I'm going to sit this and record a video, and then Daniel sat as well, so should be a good... These are like the toughest opponents in Ontario, basically, so... They're pretty tough global players as well, obviously. I think you guys probably know who they are. So... Yeah, if one of the two is watching this video, I hope so. It'd be funny. Yeah, that's the only reason I sat, is to record. So let's hope my recording goes well. On a 63, we're gonna bump it up. You gotta pay to play. In the delay line, I'm just gonna fold the sixes here. Better continues, and the like if you ever delayed betting 10-9 or something. Our six is less clean. We get owned. Gonna have to fold here. Alright, so we got 4 going. This video should be good. I'm sacrificing. I'm pretty sure I'm losing with the rake, for sure. Well, not for sure. I'm pretty delusionally confident in myself, you know. So, on an 81, I think this will do it on an 81. You know, Theodore Roosevelt once said, never underestimate a man who overestimates himself, you know? And that's me right now, ready to kick some ass. I don't like this tank. On a 54, I guess I'll toss. Let's hope Daniel tosses as well. I'm just owning. So this is going to be a swingy session, it looks like. But hopefully the video quality holds up. On a 20, we're going to let it go. I'm going to play disciplined, obviously. But yeah, let's hope we can get in some spots. And you know what? I've been letting myself slip in poker as well. So I figured, you know what? Playing some tough games, maybe it'll force me to actually think. Oh, no. Oh, okay, I didn't reveal anything. I just showed a Discord channel. Alright. Jack 5, gonna toss. So I'm going to play for 30 minutes. Sipping my shitty energy drink. Yeah. I know you guys missed the Ontario. Don't look for the Ontario content too often. But when I can get a reg battling game that's not going to really break because the game that was running without me in it, heads up, so. And these guys don't really quit. Here, yeah, I like going to 12. I think you can go to 11.5. And it's going to be good luck us here. I think you're just perma-jamming out of position with the Kongs. Oh my god. Aces? Ace king. He wants it once. Hopefully this guy folded an ace. On a 54, we're not going to 3-bet that. And we'll on a higher number. Sorry, I'm just a little nervous. Yes. Alright, so we got some cushion now. We got some cushion in this insane reg battle. I'm 10-7 off. So now we need to be aware of the stack depth here. Versus Jarrett, where we're deeper. One thing I recommend, if you guys always play the same stake, as you see here, I play... I change my stake based off I change the color of my table based off the stake I'm playing. But if you always play the same stake, I recommend when you're deeper on a table, I used to do this when I played Zoom, like changing it to something that signifies you're deeper, because it's an easy way to remember stuff, to look around, I guess, and don't make autopilot mistakes. It's a way to like consistently play a little smoother when you're deeper. Like for example, if you're a Zoom player, I would change the Zoom table. I don't think from this position this will ever happen. Verse 2.5, I'm just gonna let it go. Might be wrong about that one, but 2.5 is a big size. I mean, it's the size I play. It's a normal size, but basically what I'm saying is that the fact that you've put in your big blind doesn't matter as much when they open more, because like the difference if you you'll call and open for example versus a cutoff 2x versus a cutoff 2.3x is insane. You'll be mixing like king 9 and ace 9 and stuff. But if they open 2x, you're calling like king 7 pure, because it's a big difference, right? The amount of equity you need. So yeah, I hope the Ontario viewers, I know people have been asking for some Ontario content. I know a good amount of my viewers are from Ontario. I hope you guys enjoy. I mean, and the people not in Ontario, you guys should know who these guys are. You know, they're my best friends. I spam both of them on Discord, and they just emoji reply because they're too good for me. So I'm here to get my revenge. Speaking of that, I'm gonna start a Discord soon. I just gotta figure out how to set it up and all that stuff. Probably just want to start like a normal Discord, but I know like people have like these like cool Discords, so maybe I'm thinking, I don't know, I haven't put too much thought into it, but look out for that in the next coming videos where I'll definitely have a Discord. Okay, here, so he flat small. Am I trolling, or did that happen? I'm just gonna check it back. Seems like a great card to check back. Great type of hand. And I expect him to check a lot on the ace or go for a huge overbet. I don't really know the spot, because I expect Jarrett to be playing very well from the small blind flats. And here, we could raise on a 91. I'm going to go for the raise. This spot's like kind of weird, but I'm going to go for the raise. Because I rolled a 91, I have the king of clubs. I have the 8 of diamonds, so I have the good. I blocked the call, like 8-7 of diamonds. It's going to continue, so I blocked that. On a 90, I don't know, am I just doing the thing where I just look at my numbers all the time? Alright. I'm actually just the biggest crusher ever. I might take a look at that one. I don't know. I think I'm going to get a lot of spots. I think queen 3 is a fold. I'm going to get a lot of spots that I want to review, so I'm only going to take the best ones. Jeez. Should be fun, guys. So far I'm 7 minutes in, and I've only made a little over 1,000, which is pathetic for like my expected win rate in this game. I think we've got to change the tags to toilet rags. I know Ryan has some loyal fans. Anytime Ryan does anything for me, all the comments are like, "Ah, it was an exploit. I could win. I could stack him." Ah, well he was exploiting the fact. I don't know. Like Ryan's a great player. I just think it's funny that people's fans in poker, like, people can do no wrong in a game where it's almost impossible to do everything right. All right, JT. Obviously a toss. I'm not playing heads up. Here with the king of diamonds. Am I gonna use this for? Do I get tricky and check it back? Or do we range bet it? Cut off open day. I'm a bet a third. I think I'd rather check back without the diamond. Here. I think I'm just gonna bet this one. Is half pot better? I'm trying to think about how the range is gonna look. I expect him to raise a lot of flushes in the flop, but how thin do we want to go for value? I think it's just good queen X here. I think we're gonna be checking hands like queen jack, queen 10. So it's like better than ace queen and flushes and two pairs and sets and shit. So B75 seems more warranted. And he goes big. And we're gonna call. Oof, if he jams here, probably just a call, eh? And I don't think there's anything else to do. Nice him. Oof! Oof! Damn, he saved some money. Because I was snapping him, let's be real. And that's an example of why betting the flop is better with the king of diamonds, because the playability I would have had to fold on the turn. So basically, like, you have less like future EV. Basically, the idea is like on the flop, you're almost like in a single raise pot. You're almost thinking like, is this hand worth putting more money into the pot with? Because, yeah, you basically bet all your good hands in a single raise pot because it's really hard to justify making more money. Like there's some spots. I'm just gonna go with the B20 in position here and get out of the way. I think you gotta play checks here, but a hand this shitty is also blocking 10s and 9s actually seems pretty relevant because pretty much his strongest single pair club hands shit things. On 8, this deeper, I'm not going to play limps. And we're going to range check this deep. Just going to play pretty passive. Because if you build the pot here, he can make it really uncomfortable. I'm just going to call. Could raise sometimes, but I'm going to call this time. Yikes. And I'm going to call again, and yeah, evaluate river. Here you could do either. With the king of spades, it's worse, but the thing is with the king of spades, I kind of like betting because that means he has to call worse. And now here, I think you want to pair on the board. You block more bluffs. Like he could be bluffing king, queen, jack, queen 10, stuff like this, right? Oh, that sucks. Like the 2 queens isn't good. If you have a pair on the board, it's really, you block more bluffs. Overbet or check here. Gonna be likely to overbet this one. Rolled an 80, so let's do it. On a 90, I think this spot can. But I'm not, I might be confusing the spot with another. What happens most of the time when people overbet or check here, they barrel through all their good ace-x and they don't check any decently strong ones. So I'm going to check this ace-jack because I have the jack of clubs as well. So like I'm blocking hands like queen jack of clubs, jack 10 of clubs, king jack of clubs. Yeah. Obviously he's going to have some ace-8, some ace-9, some ace-deuce, some king. You should be folding some of it, but sometimes people just don't fold the pair versus the overbet because fair enough. And versus the block here. It's tempting to raise, but let's call. I don't know if this does or not, so I'm just going to have to call. I don't think this is the greatest leading spot ever, so we're just going to check this one. I could see it. And he goes for the B75, and we could raise this sometimes, but I think slight... I'm not going to talk too much about exploits, but I'm just going to call. And this is a way better card for me than it is for him. The only hand he really has at B75 is this flop. I mean, he might have ace-8, ace-9, but it's going to be mainly... ace-10 is like the only ace-x he's repping. Really, so... I'm going to check. If he bets, I might jam. Blocking a, but a6 doesn't really matter, right? I just don't believe him, but like at the same time, what do? We block ace-9 suited, ace-6 suited, but he opens the offsuit versions of this. I guess we just have to side fold. Not much you can really do. Because I don't really love any line. I don't mind jamming. I think jamming might make some money, but this player is kind of on to... He's pretty good at being a little tricky, so... Here we're just going to bet it because it kind of sucks. And it blocks like the hands that are going to bluff raise us. A little. Checking range here. Check, check. When we have the spade, I'm just gonna be aggressive here. It's like a pretty like rare spot for people to bluff at all, so maybe Jared just doesn't give me the credit for it. I think he's gonna be not balancing his checking range there, even though it's Jarrett, man. I know you guys, but I think it's pretty easy to just not be thinking too hard sometimes. There's a difference between knowing what you're supposed to do and actually consistently doing it. For example, I could tell you a lot of stuff in theory, what I should be doing, but when I'm autopilot and I'm playing 4 tables, or he's probably playing more, if he has a 6, he might just be 20. Is he gonna be thinking, oh, but this combo, this, da, da, da. That's like a difference that people don't account for with theory. And to be fair, I don't know many people who do it better than Jarrett does. He does a great job. But I think if you're not looking to exploit, or like to at least try to see if like you can catch someone being a little lazy, you're just giving. I think sometimes people give great players too much credit. I think it's not like poker is more than just knowledge, and I think if anyone's watching this, they would understand that too. Like if they're, because in order to play theory, you have to be very focused on that table, and you have to also have a lot of respect for your opponent to a degree, to not capitalize off you not being balanced, you know. Because like I was saying earlier, theory is more so what you have to play when your opponent is playing perfect. And you flop the Giga Nuts. I think I'm going to raise it. We block bluffs with these, so it's good, I think. It's going to be more likely to have a hand like King Queen or... Fuck me, man. Whatever. He's going to have a good amount of like ace-x of hearts. And also, like, I just don't know what he turns into a bluff here. Do I just check and evaluate? Yeah, sure. Nice, I'm pretty happy with that. Sick. Okay, we're deeper here, so I'm going to size up. Even though we went 2x. Can do either here. I'm going to check here deeper. Well, we don't block King Queen suited. This hand kind of sucks. Also, having the diamonds is pretty good because we're going to keep him worse with the diamond. Like, if he has 9-8 of diamonds, he's just snap tossing. But if we check and a diamond comes off, he's like, wait a second. But, yeah. And it's also really easy to trap here. And check again. I'm definitely calling. I don't think he has any bluffs with the 7x in, so no need to bet. Smaller, and now here we can do either arm. I'm just gonna check. Gonna min 3 bet him. People are a little tight from the big. Do we go in? King Jack maybe or something. See, okay, like, tell me. Like, imagine double diamonds. You guys would have been like, Carter, you're the best ever. I'll go 20% here. What are we doing here? I think we got it. I think this is pretty much a pure fold. I'm just calling here. And no ace of clubs kind of stinks. I'm gonna be real. The king of clubs kind of doesn't matter, right? Well, I guess it does, actually. Because, like, let's say he's raising king queen of clubs, right? I'm just going to be 20 here. Good luck us. I don't think we can ever lose. I mean, does he 3-bet 7s or 8s? He's not really supposed to too often. I think there's a toss is coming in here, but... Calling here. Could divide there. Half pot here. Holy shit, he had ace queen. Ryan's crazy for that one, not gonna lie. Okay, here with the not blocking ace queen suited kind of stinks. I guess I'll check and lose. I'm gonna call here. I could see barreling it, like there's some merit to barreling there. But here I'm just gonna check. I'm gonna check back here as well. There's some merit to betting B33 here, but I would prefer almost doing it with double bad suit because the idea is you get worse ace-x to call. Like you can get value from ace-x to spades, ace-x to clubs. But I'm gonna check. With all that being said, I'm gonna check. Okay, so here when he checks plays, in theory, I don't think betting this is a good idea, but in practice, like, I don't know. Like, are people making the calls with 7s and 8s? Like, is Ryan gonna do it? Am I exploiting Ryan right now, guys? I just don't think people will call the amount of underpairs they're supposed to. And we're cooked. Let's see what he had. Oh my god, it's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. We're getting the thin value. To be fair, I don't like flatting there from him. Like, I kind of get it, because I'm not supposed to bet ace queen, and then I do, and then I get him with it. Almost want to type. Alright. Blocking both clubs here. I'm just going to go half pot. I think Ryan's a good player, and I'll tell you what I think good players do. I shouldn't reveal all my exploits. But the idea is, people would say, oh, they have no folds there. But the difference between Ryan and other players is he understands the value of position. Meaning that he might be calling, like I could see it because versus population, people might call like ace five of hearts here and stuff on the flop. How much 8x this guy really got? I don't know. I guess you still have to size down. But yeah, because basically what's gonna happen is it's gonna go bet and then check. I think I got a call here. Here with the just over the 6, I think this one wins the bet the most, even though you don't have a club. We're still gonna bet it. God. If this doesn't show, oh my god, we just bang a 3. The thing in poker is, one thing is people overestimate how much running good is not just like coolers. Like I'm running so good right now, but people would be like, oh, but it's just, it's like when you make strong hands in poker and you're an aggressive player who plays pretty like somewhat balanced. I'm just going to go for a huge size here because yeah. I think the idea here is you're gonna pick a size that attacks his king x and his jack x, and you want to be able to have some stuff here. And he has to like, he's never gonna have like that much nuts, so you can take advantage of it. Is he really checking spades on a king high board? Is Jarrett that good at poker? Like, is he checking a king? Like, there's no way, right? Okay. Good job, me. We're gonna call here. This could lead 84. It's just too bad, no? Like, we don't have 5s for 4s enough, so it's bait. If it wasn't 8-7-6 or something like this, it would be better. Or like, let's just move everything up 1 or 2, like 9-7-6 or something. Here on this number, this deep though, let's call, because I don't know this range this deep. I'm gonna check. I don't like checking. But I have to. Look, what the fuck? Like, I've blocked too many folds, I think. Queen of Spades. Also, this guy's a little tricky goober on this guy. I don't think we had to bet down here as well. Sorry if my head's a little lost. I'm mainly focused on this hand, so that I'm playing bad. That's what I was thinking, though. When we check, we basically concede we don't have anything. But then again, I realized I'm good enough to game and know not to do that, so. Is this just a... Do we just check? I'm gonna bet. I don't love it. Because this guy will call. And I think he's going to expect us to have... We have a great rejam, by the way. Like, probably the best rejam ever. We probably should have found it. But whatever. Does he block 10-9 and... This deep, I still think I'm going to fold. Damn, I gotta regather my thoughts here for a sec, because I don't know what I'm doing. Versus says we're gonna call, because it became three-handed, so it became a little more fast-paced. He sizes up so much here. I almost want to fold, but I feel like this one has to continue. But it's just the size is so big. But in position, I guess we'll call. And we flop a super stacked hand. If he goes half pot, do we jam? And hope he like maybe folds ace queen every now and then. Okay, we go b20 and fold to a gem. If you have the ace, you can consider checking, but... I don't mind check back here now. Wow. Interesting. Obviously, I have to call. Though, like, this is a very aces line. Nice. What is going on, bro? We're too good. We're unbeatable. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I've been getting cooked versus Rex the entire day. The entire day. I'm just too tilted. I hop on. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to record a banger video. I'm like, I'm going to sit. I see Ryan and Jarrett playing heads up. I'm like, I'm going to sit because people want Ontario game. I'm going to record 4 table versus them. Ryan quits me. So no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Calm down. The comments are going to go crazy. Damn. Would we have won? Look out below. Okay, here. It's an all right hand to bet. It's honestly kind of a good hand to bet. By the way, I'm just pure guessing here. I like the idea of betting this hand and then just like checking it down. Like my logic is like, you're gonna get worse to call. You don't block the hands that are worse that call you. But like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna call by better 10x too often though. Yikes. We're cooked. Maybe he has 8s. He'd probably bluff 8s here. Like, I mean, what else do you have to bluff? Yeah. So it was a good bet. A bad outcome, as they would say. Anyway, I've been recording exactly 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna type. I'm gonna type something super cringy in the chat. Okay, global sit out next blind. All right, so here, 10 deuce is too loose. Unfortunately, I know. A super deep, I don't mind doing something like this. On a 90, sure. The thing here is you kind of want bluffs here that don't have a 7-8, jack or a 10 at some point, and so you want to take some hands like this. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm such a clown.